You know, injuries to key players have dealt Bills head coach Doug Marrone setbacks during his first year at the helm. But after a successful run at Syracuse, Marrone is proving that he can handle professionals, and he's growing as a head coach right along with his players in Buffalo. Our Nancy Newman recently spoke with the Bronx native.
Obviously, there are some common denominators, but for you personally, what have you found thus far have been the biggest differences from coaching in the college ranks and in the NFL?
When I first interviewed, when I was leaving college and interviewing for my first job in the NFL as an offensive line coach, that was the same exact question I was asked in the interview. You know, how does your coaching style change from college to the pros? Now you're dealing with people that are actually getting paid and are professionals. And I remember sitting there and talking to the coach that I was interviewing with, and I said, it's not going to change. You know, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, and these are the principles. And I think that's probably the most common mistake people make, thinking that you have to change. You know, I think you still have an opportunity to help them, you know, become, you know, better husbands, better fathers, you know, better in the community, you know, and obviously we're here to make them better football players, but you can still have an influence on them. I think, you know, in college, those players had an influence on me. I learned a lot from college players, as well as now I learn a lot from these pro players. So, you know, that experience goes back and forth. But I think you are who you are, and I think if you try to change and be someone different, I think people will see that, and I don't think people will respect that.
And for you, your experiences, having played at Syracuse as a student athlete and then to go on to coach there and turn the program around, how meaningful was that? You know,
to go back to Syracuse and become the head coach was obviously something special, because you're given the ability to be a scholarship athlete. I was a scholarship athlete. And you have great appreciation for that, especially from a standpoint where, you know, I sit here today and I don't really know. I wish I was able to say, yes, I was definitely going to college, but I don't know if I wasn't able to play sports. Syracuse University gave me that opportunity and really molded me into the person who I am today. So you always wonder how you can give back. Well, obviously people know financially you can give back, but I always felt it was important that I go back, especially in that time where I wanted to go back and turn the program around and be able to do that and then go on to my next challenge, you know, whatever that may have been in life, or stay there. But I thought that would have been my way of giving back to the university.
Oftentimes college coaches can struggle trying to transition to the coaching ranks in the NFL. What is your game plan?
For me, one as a player and then coaching in the NFL, it was a much easier transition for me going from college to the NFL than it was for me leaving the NFL going back to college. So I felt very, very comfortable with that transition.
Do you feel the franchise is in good hands moving forward with quarterback E.J. Manuel?
Absolutely. I think that, you know, he's shown that already to us. He's shown that in the preseason. He performed extremely well. I think the players on the team responded to him. He has outstanding leadership ability. You know, obviously the experience is what he needs right now, getting out there. He's been out there in the game. He has, brought us on winning drives to win games very young in his career. You know, we're extremely excited about it.